Hey there, everybody. My name is Monkey Shrapnel from the Guys Who Play Games, back with some more Final Fantasy IX in depth, and I'm definitely not talking very slowly to mask the fact that it takes a little bit for the world map to load in. No, that would be quite crazy. Okie dokie. So, this part is going to be all about the friendly monsters. We're going to be doing all the friendly monsters. I guess all the friendly monsters that would be, like, reasonable to encounter at this point, I should say. Because technically there's a couple we can actually kind of encounter out of order at this moment. Oh, by the way, check out this little land bridge here. Remember that little, like, log thing you cross to get to Madain Suri there? I always like that you can actually, like, go under it in the world map too. It's a nice detail. But I digress. So, the friendly monsters, fairy monsters, you know, spirit monsters, whatever you want to call them, are kind of an interesting little thing that a lot of people don't realize, and this is why I've stalled and waited to do this until now. I mean, among other things, it also is just nice to be able to do this right now, because now we have like a full party. But before we do that, I'm actually going to do one thing, because I'm kind of curious about something. So first of all, this isn't the party I want for the monsters, but I want to take Freya out for a sec here, because I'm kind of curious about something. This will take like a couple minutes for me to show up, but it won't be that bad, because it's just... You remember that gate area over there? We haven't been there in a while, and this is one of those areas I was talking about where it's different. Once the... You bastard! In random encounter, really? I walked for 2 seconds? Surely whatever I encounter here will be low level and easily run away from. Oh yeah, definitely. This guy's like level 6. I mean, I guess that gives us like what? 10 gil? Oh, 18. Wow, almost twice as much. Crazy. Freaking vices. My vice is that I hate wasting my time. I don't think that's actually what you call a vice, but... Anyways, Geishel Greens, give me my chocobo. So, is this... I always forget if this is a North Gate or South Gate spot over here, actually, but regardless, this spot right here. So, if you come here after the mist is gone... North Gate, okay, yeah, because this is the opposite end of the gate that we saw way back when. So if I come here right now, you can see like it's kind of got the same thing going on as the other side. It's this nice, strong sun effect, like, you know, nice blue skies, clouds. The animated like foliage is like honestly like kind of nice. I don't even remember. Was it animated when we came here earlier? I don't even remember. Notice how this looks like right now, right? For now, we're gonna leave and we're gonna come back with Freya. Because it's an interesting little, like, thing. I think... I don't remember if it's one time only or if it's just you have to have Freya in your party at some point, but we're gonna quickly head back to the boat here. And even walk over the mountain, because why not? I can go straight there. We'll get my actual... I mean, I guess I say that, but... Get in the boat? There, jeez. Alright, so we're going to swap Freya in. We're actually probably going to end up taking Freya out after this too. Because what my party is probably going to be for learning abilities for a little bit is going to be like Steiner, Amaranth, and probably Dagger. Because Dagger actually has a lot of new... Like, because Dagger just got a bunch of like jewels. She got a bunch of jewelry all of a sudden for her summons, so she has a lot of like new spells to learn, essentially. So this is a great way to like get her caught up, so you don't have to waste too much time just letting her learn her basic summoning. Because you know, like it's kind of funny. Like we're on disc 3 and she still only has Ramu. You know, like, it is kind of funny how long it takes for her to like really get going. Especially because her trance, it takes advantage of her summons, so it's like, it's kind of extra funny. Which is also funny because, I mean, well, we'll see in a little bit. But, if we come here with Freya in our party, there is a rainbow. A nice little rainbow over the horizon. Starts from over there and ends over here. Why they decided to have this nice looking rainbow here and make it Freya exclusive for some reason. I'm not sure why it's Freya exclusive, but like, it's very cool that it is, I guess. I don't know, like, what a weird random thing. Like, I guess in a way it kind of makes sense. It is, we are next to Burmecia. But I don't know. This is such a nice little thing. Like, you obviously never have to come back here, and like, you doubly don't have to come back here with Freya in your party. If we leave and come back, I believe, like, I think it's just, the game is basically just going, is Freya in your party? If so, then, you know, have this rainbow show up. Let's double check on that, actually. Whoopsies. Just to make sure, like, I don't remember if it's a one-time only thing. I'm pretty sure it isn't. Oh, it is a one-time thing. What? Wow, okay. Glad I double-checked on that. So, that's what I was thinking. I had that in the back of my head. I wasn't sure if it was one-time only, but, like, I figured that if it was... So, it's like the very first time you come here with Freya in your party, the rainbow shows up. And after that, it's gone. And I don't know if it comes back. I don't actually know. Maybe that's a topic for a future half part or something. I don't know. I would assume it's probably just one time only, though. Anyways. We're going to actually go do Friendly Monsters for realsies now. We're going to try to do it in order if I can. Just to keep things like on the easy side. I might come back to the boat at some point. Just to like swap party members out. Because I don't know how much Steiner really needs to learn. I'm not too worried about Freya. Because even though Freya does have a few things to learn, she actually doesn't have that much like she really needs to learn. A lot of her like special stuff is like way later. And like she actually doesn't have that many like weapon abilities to learn among other things, so like Steiner's been out of the party. Like they've both been out of the party for a while, but Freya's actually like let's just take a look, I guess. It's like she has White Draw, but she doesn't have any new weapons right now. And like she actually has everything learned from pretty much all her stuff. So like she doesn't really need to worry about that. Like the fact that even though she was out of the party for a while, she was with Zidane for a decent amount of time that like she got plenty of time to learn stuff. Whereas if we look at say Steiner, for example, it's like, well, Steiner has like multiple abilities to learn and all that jazz, so I guess for now I'm actually going to do this quickly. We're going to go to our party members. And I'm going to quickly just like take everything off of these guys that like doesn't, like, or I guess accessories I should say. Like, Quenya can keep the ritual hat and stuff. But we'll take the fairy earrings off for now. Magician shoes, and you can keep the pinion, because like no one else can use that anyways. Aiko is another one who I'll probably come back to, but Aiko's also kind of in a similar boat where she doesn't really have to worry too much. Because she's gotten a lot of her abilities out of the way too, so... We'll slap the cloak back on you, I guess. That seems like a good idea, because I don't actually have that many of those. Do you have any? We have multiple silk cloaks, so I guess I'll just keep that on you. Like, once we get these guys back in our party, it'll be fine. But for now, at least, like, we might as well just be a little stingy with their equipment. We have another pair of fairy earrings now, right? Yeah, so I'll let you keep that, I guess. Just to, like, not forget. I'll slap the tiara back on you, I guess. just to make sure. So we only have the one cross helm right now, so. Alright, so Dagger, Steiner, and Amaranth will be our party for a little while to like learn stuff, basically. I guess let's go with the. Actually, thinking about it, like, kind of make, like, it's kind of funny. You get a bunch of stuff now. Like, we can get the Mithril Racket because I bought that. That's just like something for her to use, though. I guess we'll put the Healing Rod on here for now. So, the Healing Rod, if you couldn't tell by the name and by the description, the Healing Rod basically lets her actually like heal with her attack. And she doesn't actually have much to learn from her equipment either, funny enough. But she has a bunch of new, like, spells to learn, so we might as well do that, right? Shiva is only 20. If it's 35. We'll put Shiva on her then, I guess. Steiner has, like, a bunch of stuff, actually. Steiner's way behind. Man-eater, bug-eater, so he doesn't need the bronze helm, at least. We can put Bright Eyes and level up on him. Locomotion. Body temperature and distract. Yeah, sure. That seems good. This is a great time also, if you're doing friendly monster stuff, to learn stuff from Jules if you can. For example, we're definitely going to give him accuracy. We're going to give him the Lapis Lazuli, because why not? Actually, I think Zidane can use that, right? We'll give him that first. Because Amaranth still has lots of other stuff to learn here. We'd give him maybe High Tide, I guess. I don't remember if he gets High Tide from something else, but... yeah, this looks good. And we'll worry about ability up first for him. Alright, double check. Make sure ability up is equipped on everyone. Because if you're doing friendly monster stuff and you don't have ability up on, that's just like a huge waste. Where... does Steiner not have this? Where does he get ability up from? Do I need to, like, give him something else for this? I don't remember. Let's see here. Surely he has access to ability up. Oh, here. Well, I must have took it off him. Well, we absolutely want that, so it doesn't matter what else he can learn from stuff right now. He needs ability up. Like, it is such a waste to not have that, so, like, you definitely want that on. And the rest doesn't really matter for now. Alright. Now, for realsies, we're gonna go do friendly monsters. So, friendly monsters. Friendly monsters are notable in that, like, obviously they're friendly monsters. They give you, when you give them what they want, which for now is just gonna be ore for the first little while, but eventually they'll like upgrade into, I don't know if upgrades whatever, but their desires grow ever stronger, as it were. But eventually they're gonna want better stuff, basically. But for now they just want ore, so it's a great easy way early on to just get some extra AP going. I guess we want to go this way, actually. Because we want to head over to Dali, because we've already seen that squirrel guy, right? The Moo, the friendly Moo. So we know that's just over here. Actually, since we're here, but right before we do that, I guess I should do this. Because, like, let's take a look here. Because we haven't actually been able to do this for quite some time. But if you come to the ice cavern from below, there's actually a Moogle here. He's got a tent, too, funny enough. The ice inside is melting. I'm telling you, don't go inside. Oh, but you can save. I don't know why he has the tents up. I guess he's just hanging out here. I do like that because, like, you do have one spot you can listen to the ice cave music. Because it plays at the entrance here, which is a nice little thing. And it does mean that, later on, I believe that there is another opportunity to whatchamacallit, like, we do need to bring mail to that guy at some point one more time. I don't remember when, but... in case you were curious. Yeah, they do that with a lot of the Moogles, actually. I guess what we're just gonna do is we're just going to do the usual thing. We're just gonna walk around, I guess. So this friendly monster appears up here, and this comes into me pointing out. Oh, nice! First try. Let's go. Sometimes it can take a while. I don't remember exactly how they work, but I believe like friendly monsters essentially, so Ragtime Mouse we've seen a bit works differently than everything else in, like on the world map encounters, but I think friendly monsters work basically exactly the same as like any other encounter. Just you run around the area they can show up in, and sometimes they'll show up, sometimes they won't. Thanks, tell Mr. Ghost I say hi. And they actually tell you the order to do things in, because they'll tell Mr. Ghost I said hi, so that's actually the one we want to go see next. And he gives us a nice 10 AP. So, the reason why I wanted to wait to show this stuff off is because so when the mist disappears, I wouldn't say, like, I was gonna say the locations of the friendly monsters change. It doesn't change, rather new locations get added. Because if you notice beforehand, we're like where we are, right? The friendly mood was up here, right? All of the friendly monster locations on the mist continent are on the upper layer above the mist, right? They don't actually show up in the mist anywhere. Let me get up here for a sec to do more abilities. Whoopsies. So let's see here. Man, it kind of goes to show how good the Lamia's tiara is, that the twist headband is like the same stats. I guess we'll slap the... Nah. It's fine, I guess. We'll just leave that on her for now. And we got Shiva right away. That's nice. So... I believe the next one we're going to encounter is also 10 AP. So... anything that's like in that range, like of like 10 to 20. We want to slap on, if we can, I guess. I'm not sure if there's an optimal way to do this. I don't think so, because the next guy we're going to fight is 10 AP, but then the one after that I believe is 20, so... it's kind of a waste, but I guess we'll slap on Atamos. That should be good. And Steiner starts to learn a few things, so we'll just leave everything on him for now. And I forgot that like his weapon ability. Amaranth is interesting because a lot of his abilities are very extreme. You can kind of see, like, all of his all of his like anti-killer stuff was like super cheap. It was all like 10 AP, but then like his spare change skill is 90 AP. His counter is 240, but I believe literally every single weapon he can use has counter on it, so he always has it available anyways. Hey, you can use the anklet, huh? I forgot that I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I forgot that wasn't gender. I guess we'll put the anklet on him then. Zydane's already got everything else going. Yep. Alright. So the locations of a lot of friendly monsters basically like get like added onto, essentially. Not change, like, because before, like, when the mist is here, they can only, the ones on this continent only show up on the, like, on this upper layer up here, right? And the ghost normally only shows up, I believe, in the forest over here before the mist is gone. It shows up in I believe it's Bentini Plains. Yeah, so it shows up in this forest here. However, once the mist is gone, it can actually show up in a new location. And I'm going to go see if it's... I think it's down... Is it down here? Let me see. No, Zambo Basin. It's Bowden Heights. It's near one of the Southgate spots. I forget which one it is. Because, so basically the idea is that before the mist disappears, they show up in like a special spot outside of the mist. But this is Bowden Heights? Okay. Once the mist is like gone, then essentially what happens is like all these guys are friendly versions of existing monsters, right? And where they like there are like, you know, obviously there's the like enemy versions of them, and the enemy versions of them can also show up in certain spots. That is a trick sparrow. Okay. Let's, I guess just, oh wait, that's gonna heal it. I mean, I guess that's fine. Command failed. Dagger can't concentrate. Yeah, so I haven't even mentioned this until now, but you'll notice that first of all, Dagger just failed her command, and second of all, she doesn't have a trance meter anymore. Her trance bar is completely gone. And that is because during this portion of the game where she is suffering from her emotional distress, she's mute. That actually affects her in battle as well. So she's lost access to trance. She can't trance anymore because, you know, since the game characterizes trance as a surge of emotion, she's like basically like emotionally stilted right now, essentially. Actually, let me see something. No, because if we come down here, it's different encounters, right? Yeah. So there's special encounters in this upper area right up here, basically. This one actually is kind of funny because, technically speaking, this one, oh wait, I'm stupid. So I was thinking like, oh yeah, the ghost. So there's ghost enemies that can show up around. I forget where they show up, but I'm actually wrong about this. I just realized this just now. So the friendly ghost enemy, I think we've even seen it, actually doesn't show up until after. Like, it does eventually change location, but not now. Because there's a second moment where the world map encounters change. And this is not that moment right now. You know, call me stupid, I forgot. The ghost does not change location yet. Oopsie doozle, let's just say that. I believe right now it just shows up in... Actually, I guess it can show up in the grass too. But the other place I was thinking that it can show up is actually like on disc 4, essentially, is where it changes location. And that one is actually a permanent change location. In fact, the weird thing too, I will mention this too, the Moo that we saw, it can show up in either the forest or the plains in that Dali area, but once we reach disc 4, it stops showing up in the forests, but it still appears in the plains there. I don't know why. It's like a weird thing. Anyways, throw some more. We'll talk more about Dagger's condition later, once we actually start really fighting stuff again. Much appreciated. Please give my best regards to Ladybug. Man, that is some good stuff. They also give us a random item. Well, it's not random, but you know what I mean. They give us an item that doesn't do much for us, like a high potion. Like it's nice. I mean, it makes up for the ore, I guess. So, anyways, we don't need that lapis anymore. I guess we can slap. Like, if anyone should have auto haste, I guess it would make sense for it to be Zidane. Alright, Berserk and Mini. We haven't actually had Berserk or Mini up until this point, really. Mini is especially notable, but Berserk is really... Oh. They're both notable because Mini is really strong in this game, but Berserk is notable because Berserk is a spell that only Garnet can learn. Aiko doesn't get access to Berserk. I don't want to waste, so... I don't want to waste AP if I don't have to, so we will go ahead... Does anyone have the... Yeah, the Aquamarine. We'll slap that onto her. I guess we'll give Steiner High Tide, maybe? Like, well, I guess let's look at his other stuff first. So, we can get the Ice Brand now to learn Mental Break. A bit of a waste, but, like, he only has 2 weapons to use at this point anyways, so what does it matter? There's Bug Killer. Sure. Alerts, very useful. High Tide, oh, well now we don't need to worry about that on the jewelry. Let's be optimal here, right? And, sure, we can give him Accuracy Plus now. It's kind of funny how quickly he's learning Counter, because he had Counter on 3 gears. So, I don't even remember if I mentioned this yet, but when you have abilities on multiple pieces of equipment... you learn them, like, it actually, like, boosts the rate that you learn the skill at for, like, the equivalent amount, right? So because we had Counter on 3 pieces of gear, he was learning at a triple the rate, and then he also was getting double AP. So that 10 AP he got was actually worth, like, 60 for Counter, which, as you can imagine, is a lot. That's a big boost. He's like 1 away from Jelly, wow. I guess we'll take Healer off for now, because the next guy we're about to fight is going to give us 20 AP, right? So, we don't want to waste AP if we can help it. This might be a good time, actually, to... Oh yeah, Revive. You know what? This will be great for Amaranth. Let's give him Revive. So, Amaranth gets Revive. And Revive for him is basically just a life spell, but... I guess it just... You could say it's just Revive, but... Revive is just life, but it's not magic, because Amaranth's Flare skills aren't magic, so he can't be blocked from using it. This probably isn't super optimal, but, like, I'm just trying to do what I can with what I got, you know? Alright. So the next place we want to go... So, the Ladybug originally actually showed up on the Outer Continent. I guess this is the difference, is that the monsters that are now on the Mist Continent were originally stuff that only showed up on the Outer Continent. So, the friendly Ladybug originally showed up in the area around... Konda Bati and the Black Mage Village, in like the forests and plains around that area, like in between there. However, once the mist disappears, as I'm sure you're aware of, you're aware of, if you remember from way back when, the enemy, like monster, like attacking, you know, they hated us ladybugs, showed up, in the area around Gazamaluk's Grotto and like Lindblum here. Like on this side. And when the mist disappears, they actually begin, the friendly Ladybug actually also begins to show up in this area around here. So I don't remember exactly where, I guess just this area is fine. It's only plains, they don't show up in the forest, so... If we just run around this area, we can actually start seeing the friendly Ladybug. It might take a bit though, because obviously it's just chance. I'm also not 100%. Like, I mean, it should show up in the same area that the regular Ladybug showed up in. So if we can find the regular Ladybugs, then we know we're in the right spot. And I just wanted to show this off because I can't imagine most people have ever encountered these beasts in this area. Anyway, this will be a chance for us to get a little more money. I might also, since we're in the area, I might quickly stop by Lindblum to synthesize more cotton robes, just because, like... Actually, you know what? Maybe I should... Well... You know, I'm actually going to do this now, before I forget. And since we have the Chocobo with us, this is much easier. Because we can just come right up here. Because, once again, this is an area that we can't really access right now without a Chocobo, right? As is the tradition with this game. Because we don't, like, you would have to come here through the boats, and you'd have to come all the way back up. But since we have a Chocobo, we can just walk down to the end here and synthesize our robes. What does Granny actually have to say? Oh. It would be funny if she actually had something to say, but... I guess, to be fair, I didn't actually do the Baku thing, so fair enough. That's on a separate save file. I would assume she doesn't say anything new, but it would be funny if she did. Alright, we're gonna make some cotton ropes here. Let me... make sure. How many wrists and stippled hats do I have at this point? We have 20 wrists and 20 stippled hats. So we'll sell all my cotton robes, and then we'll make like 16 or something. I don't know. I guess I don't really have to worry about that because wrists are something that you can always make. Or wrists and stippled hats are things that you can always have access to. So it's not like you have to worry about never having access to them again, but... regardless, I think they're going to be at the bottom, right? Yeah, because I took some stuff off. Some stuff got shuffled around, so... boom! Big cash. We got a lot of money now. So we'll make, like... since we have 4 of each... I still like to have a decent supply of each, just in case. Just so I don't forget, too. So we'll make, like, 16 cotton robes, and then we'll sell 12 of them. Because, like, 4 is, like, a good number, because... obviously, you have 4 mages who can wear that. So... it's just, like, a kind of a good generic number. That's kind of like the tip I would give is it's a good idea to buy enough that everybody can wield it, and then also have one left over. Like, that's the criteria that's used for the perfect game, but it's also a good criteria for this because you never know when, if you aren't playing with like a guide, you might not realize when something is like somewhat limited in supply, right? Like, I know there's things that we're not gonna be able to make to the fullest because we're just not gonna have enough for them. Like, I think there's, like, one random mithril item that we would want a bunch of. Or, like, something from somewhere. I don't remember what, but... I don't like to play with a guide, and I don't keep this... I honestly have never been good at memorizing the synthesize guide on exactly what is available at what point. And, like, when certain things become unavailable forever and you actually need them to synthesize something later in the game. Man, I really cannot say that word anymore. Was I this bad at saying it before? I don't even remember. Actually, I guess since we're here, this is another area. Well, actually, I should... never mind. I was going to say, we can go visit Pinnacle Rocks and see what it looks like, but Pinnacle Rocks is in the upper layers, so it looks the same as always. So anyways, I'm just going to run around here and hopefully eventually something will show up. That's very nice for us. Now that I think about it, did I ever go to the other gate area? I don't think we ever did, so I'll probably show that off this part too. Like, I might as well just take advantage of this and show off all the areas that look different now that the mist is gone. I mean, even the battles look different. This battle area is not nearly as misty because, you know, there's no mist anymore. Big surprise, I know. But, like, they really do go to the attention of, like, changing a lot of stuff. I guess while we're here, and it's kind of on topic. So, the gold choco bug I was talking about a couple parts ago. So... the gold choco bug has some... I keep calling it the gold choco bug. Like, you know what I mean. So, if you cheat to get a gold chocobo before you're able to, you can actually find out some interesting details about how this game actually like works under the hood. And a big one is the mist. So you might be thinking, okay, the mist continent has mist and the other continents don't. But an interesting detail about that is that the way that the mist is loaded in is not localized. The mist is either on the world map or it isn't on the world map, and you can actually figure this out through you know, action replay, cheating, whatever you want to call it, by using the gold chocobo cheat. If you go to the outer continent at any point when you cheat in a gold chocobo before the mist is gone, like if you're on the mist continent still and you fly over there, if you fly over to the mist continent with your gold chocobo, and where are the ladybugs? I mean, the hedgehog pie is here, so I'm pretty sure the ladybugs should show up here too. But I'm not 100% sure where this spot is exactly. But I digress. So if you fly over there and land on the outer continent, first of all, before you land there, you would actually like see the outer continent covered in mist, because that's how the game works. As soon as you landed on the outer continent, like basically touched the ground by landing in where you need to go, it would immediately disappear. Like the mist would immediately disappear, and it would just be gone until, you know, whenever. It would just be gone forever, basically. Like you couldn't make it come back. And that's because that's the way the mist actually works, right? It's low. It's always just it's either here or it isn't here. I guess let's maybe go closer to Gazamaluke's grotto. I'm pretty sure that this whole place, right? This whole like down area around here is just the Unerus Plains. So I don't think it really matters if I'm over here, but we'll walk around near the Gazamaluke's grotto. Somewhere around here, ladybugs show up. I don't know where they are though. They just aren't showing up at all. I want to show this off because, like, yeah, but like we keep finding these suckers. Maybe the encounter rate is just different now. Ouchies. I mean, technically we're grinding money, but like I don't need money. We just sold a bunch of cotton ropes, so we're good on money. If I wanted to, I could go even do it again and get even more money. Let me think. I don't think the ladybugs... Let me think. Trying to think about this for a sec. So, ladybugs, I believe like Unerus Plains is the right place. I wonder if the this is one of the things I wish there was like somewhere that had like a good list of just like the general encounter rates in areas. I don't believe anyone has ever like done like a proper list of that kind of thing, unfortunately. Oh wait, actually, oh, you know what? I'm wrong. Oh, so that's interesting. That is interesting. I actually wasn't aware of this. So, right now, the friendly ladybug can show up in the Unerus Plains. However, regular ladybugs actually are just gone. They do not show up anymore. That's why we haven't seen any. They don't show up anywhere anymore. The friendly ladybug also has a pretty small chance. Apparently they show up more often if you walk into like a mountainous area. So we could run into them more often if we wanted to. I wanted to specifically get them down here, I guess. But like, I guess if I absolutely need to. Hey, we stole ore. That's what we need. Oh wait, no, that's... Wait, is that true? Okay, I'm actually looking at a list here, because the wiki, I was actually surprised. I forgot the wiki had this. This is a nice little list here. So, yeah, ladybugs do not show up at all while the mist is gone. They show up in the Universe Plains. So maybe what I should do is... Here's something I'm actually curious about. So if we come up here to this little mountain spot here, I can actually walk around up here. Is this still Universe Plains? This is. So I believe... According to the wiki, they actually show up more often up here. They should show up twice as often on like a mountainous area. And we're on a mountain spot right now, so I believe this counts? Yeah, it has the plateau and everything. How often do you see hedgehog pies up here? Steiner's gonna get chipped a bit. It's okay. So the ladybugs should show up like twice as often on this mountainside area. Interesting, too, is that the friendly ladybugs show up twice as often here, but also regular ladybugs wouldn't show up on this mountain area anyways. That's interesting. This is another one of those things that's like, it's crazy. There are so many encounter slots in this game for the world map. Like, there's literally never any time you would ever have to come up here, get off your chocobo, your airship, or whatever, and just walk around on this little plateau. But this has a different, like, looking encounter field. Like, it has this mountainside area. And, like, the encounter slots are actually different up here. And here's the friendly ladybug. Most people find this guy by going to the outer continent area. But hey, he can show up here too. And he wants some ore. By the way, if you're curious, attacking your friendly monster just kind of causes it to run away. Like, it gets annoyed, basically. It goes, oh god, like, I think they each have a unique reaction, so maybe I'll show that off at some point, but, yeah. Tell Yeti I said hello. Thanks. Because that's telling us the next guy is the Yeti. Nice. And we get an ether. And ether, that's actually pretty nice, because ethers are, as I'm sure you're well aware, ethers are fairly rare in this game through, like, normal means. You can't, like, buy them anywhere. Is there anything else you can, like, you can learn Distract from a diamond? I guess we'll just give her the Mithril Racket for now, because she doesn't need anything else. She's got Leviathan. We'll just slap the Ifrit on her, I guess. In fact, if I remember correctly, I believe the next guy gives us an elixir, which is also obviously pretty nice. And there's Steiner's next up in charge. There's so many new abilities to talk about, but because we're not really like fighting stuff, I just don't feel like the need to talk about it yet. Yeah, alerts, clear-headed. HP 20% might be nice for him. Oh, but MB attack and counter. You know what? We'll slap that on him to get like a nice boost there. I think after this we'll probably swap out... I'm actually not sure who I would bring in next. Oh, see, he gets High Tide from the hat anyways, so that won't be a big deal. And from this armlet, wow. Forgot. You consider the Jade Armlet is different from the Chimera and Egoist Armlet. The Jade Armlet is all about magic evasion, and it even gives magic defense, which is why it also gives no evasion, so Emmer can't dodge stuff anymore. See, I'm not too worried about this stuff. Like, all this stuff is, like, low. Like, I could teach him that, but, like, Return Magic, I feel like, but it's on the... He got revived, too. Like, whatever, it's fine. Let's give him... Clear-Headed's actually probably a good one. So, spoilers, but I'm going to say this. You're going to want Clear-Headed for the future. We'll just put distract on you. That should be good. Alright, so the next area we're going is, as you know, it's the Yeti. And the Yetis show up in the little area over here between Burmecia and Gazamaluke's Grotto. It's another one of those areas where Yetis show up here before while the mist is here, but once the mist is gone, they stop showing up, I believe. Let me double check on this one. So right now we're in the Dane's Horse Basin. Let me double check. Dane's Horse Basin. So right now the Yeti is... Yeti would have a decent chance to show up beforehand, but once the mist is gone, it is only friendly Yeti at a roughly 25% chance. Good to know. And unlike with the Ladybug, it doesn't change whether I'm on a mountain area or not. Although it is worth noting that it won't show up on the dirty spots, so I don't want to show up... I don't want to walk around this spot. I want to walk around maybe more like... I guess let's try to walk around by the north gate here. Walk around this area. Try to avoid the dirt spots. If you walk in the dirt spots, Yeti doesn't show up, I guess. Which I actually did not realize the encounters were that different. Like, that is notable. Yeah, there's Axe Beaks. Let's run away. Get out of here, Axe Beak. Nobody wants you. Ow. Come on, run away. Okay, I guess I can steal another ore. It's kind of funny, actually. Let me double check here. I'm gonna get my list ready for the next spot. Alright, so, yeah. Once the mist is gone, Yetis show up over here. And whether I can find it in a decent amount of time or not is basically just up to luck, I guess. It's a 25% chance, so... I was right about that, though. I didn't quite remember if they work the same. Basically, once the friendly monsters are gone, like once you've encountered and dealt with them, their encounter slot is essentially just gone, basically. It gets, like, ignored. And, like, it uses, it, like, basically replaces it with another one. Anyways, here's Yeti. Give me some ore with 3 exclamation points. He really wants his ore. Wait. Just make sure I'm not throwing the aquamarine. If you throw the other jewels, like, they're gone. You can't get them back. So, be real careful about that. Thanks. Say hello to Nymph for me. If you're wondering, normally Yeti would show up in the forest and plains area right near Madain Suri, actually. Amaranth's definitely doing good. And we get an elixir for that. How nice. The next one we'll counter is 30 AP. So we'll definitely want to avoid wasting that if we can. Luckily, the next area we can actually find a friendly monster is actually right over here. Because it's the friendly nymph. We haven't actually seen a friendly nymph. I don't believe we ever saw it. Friendly nymphs show up in the area near the Aoife tree. Like, just that area, basically. But once once the mist is gone, they show up where the regular nymphs show up, which is this little plains area. I just really wanted to show off that the friendly monsters, like, I actually forgot about that too. The friendly monsters essentially replace the regular one, which that's like an interesting little bit of world building. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, they aren't just like a different type of, like, there literally is no friendly, like, there's no regular versions of those monsters on this continent anymore. It's like they're exclusive to the mist, essentially. I can slap. I guess we'll just slap on Autolife on Zidane. Garnet actually doesn't need much else at this point. She could learn Auto Haste. And there's the Angel Names. But I think we'll actually take her off the party now because we can just slap the Amethyst on her for a couple fights and then she'll learn Atomos too. She does not need stuff anymore, so we'll swap her out. Amaranth Steiner's also pretty much good to go. Give him the gold helm for clear-headed. I don't remember if Freya has diamond gloves on right now. We can give him the Mithril Claws, which give him another skill we'll have to talk about eventually. So much to talk about. Amber will be probably fine. We'll put Auto Potion on him, but just because like I might as well. He's still got a lot to learn. So while we're here, accuracy plus, blah blah blah. This guy will give us 30 AP, so any big skills you want to learn, this is a good time to slap him on, I guess. Because obviously that'll get doubled to 60, so... Whatever your biggest skill you want to learn, this is the time to do it. I guess since that's not really necessary, we could do actually... What's his accuracy plus at? It's at 30. So I guess we'll give him the running shoes. We'll take Garnet out. Let me look at the other party members right now. So I think everyone else is pretty much good right now. Like, Vivi can actually use the Cypress Pile, so we'll slap down on him. But he doesn't really need to switch gear right now, right? He's good to go from most of his stuff. Guess we'll slap this Cypress on, but like he doesn't. Vivi doesn't really have much to learn right now. Like yeah, he's actually like totally good to go. Aiko. Aiko might have a few things, because she has, like, cure and stuff, right? Funny enough that the Magic Racket gives cure, it's like they knew. We don't really need that right now. She can get level up, but she doesn't need that. Like, even though Aiko has a few things to learn, since she got at least a bit of time to just kind of hang out in the party, she's not that far behind. However, the Fairy Earrings give her a lot of things. Like, I guess I'll just slap it on her. Should I even bother with Steiner? Because Steiner only really needs, like, couple of things at this point. I don't remember what Freya's at, so let's see if Freya's good to go, I guess. Freya could probably stand to learn something while we're here. It's the Cross Helm for MP attack. She doesn't need that. Let's see here. She's got a couple things. She actually could learn counter. And MP attack. We'll help Freya out, I guess. We'll give her the HP and Beast Killer, because she doesn't have that yet. Also, Steiner has those gloves, and we actually don't have another pair of those, so let me quickly swap that back in. I wasn't sure if Freya had diamond gloves or not. There we go. Now, she already has the requirements for this, but, you know, it's fine. It's good to just take it off and just do that. And she doesn't have anything. Oh, she can learn level up, so I might as well. Like, why not? Same with Jelly. Like, I'm gonna give her some AP here, so I might as well slap that on her. Alright. The final encounter we can get right now, not out of order, is Friendly Nymphs. They show up in the... Once again, they'll show up in the forest and plains areas near the Aoife tree. And once the mist is gone, they will also show up in the plains over here by Clara. Because this is where regular nymphs showed up beforehand. I believe that, like with the other ones, the chance is... It should just be 25%. Although it's worth knowing, once again, it won't show up on the dirt spots, and I don't believe they'll show up on the beach. Not 100% on that one, though. Oh, interesting. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I want to hang out specifically on the grass spots. They will also show up on mountain spots, but it's the same chance regardless. Actually, I'm not 100% sure where... actually, that's not true. There are definitely mountain spots around here if I just took a look for a sec. Like, probably up here somewhere, right? Regardless, we'll just run around here. Like, on average, it takes, like, 4 encounters, because it's a 25% chance, so... Every 4 encounters, roughly, you get a friendly nymph. Lots of axe beaks around here. Which means lots of opportunities to run away from them and get money. Huzzah. Once we see the friendly nymph, I'll also point out that the encounters, I should say, the order of the friendly monsters is like there isn't, obviously there's an intended order for them, but like there's no guarantee, and like you don't have to do them in the intended order anyways. The intended order is basically just when you find the friendly moo. Right? It's likely that like the friendly moo tells you what the next friendly monster is, but like to be fair, even if they tell you, like, you know, the friendly moo tells us say hi to Mr. Ghost, but it's like, well, we don't, where's friendly, you know, where is, you know, Mr. Ghost show up? Right? Like, it's not like they actually tell you where any of them show up, so... Especially because 3 of them are on the outer continent in specific, like, spots. And, like, they do, obviously, once again, they do make it a little easier, because once the mist is gone, you can just run around the spots where the regular ones showed up before, and the friendly ones show up there. Wow, we were just stealing ore like crazy. It's like, I literally made up for all the ore I've thrown away, basically, which is kind of funny. Kind of goes to show how, like, easy it is to just get more ore. Ore does have, I guess I should say all the jewels actually do have a niche in battle for usage. But that's another one of those things I will talk about later, once we get like a more steady supply of them. More axe beaks. I shouldn't complain. I was about to be like, oh man, we're getting a little unlucky here, but it's like, I found like the other ones pretty quick for a while there, so like, it's fine. And hey, it's more chances to get ore to like basically resupply ourselves. Because the Friendly Nymph will take 3 pieces of ore from us. Friendly Nymph is very greedy. But there's a reason why he gets greedy, and you'll see in a bit. I mean, since we're here... So actually, let me just double check. So we're in the East Cistern Coast. Let me just double check if we can find a mountain area around here. If I had to guess, that mountain up there is probably considered the Burmecia encounters. I'm not sure if there is, maybe over here? This is the, oh, this is still the Voob Desert. But there actually should be the encounters up here, so we'll walk around up here for a bit, just for a change of pace. Because the Voop Desert is the area below, so... And the encounters are actually different up here, like I said. 2 lizard men, wow. Crazy, I know. Everyone's trance bar is actually pretty full, except for Hammerant, so we might randomly get a trance here. Hey, a nice tent. That's 800 gil in my pocket. This is actually the perfect time for me to be doing all this too, because things are gonna swap up a bit once we go to that desert area on the outer continent that the mages told us about. There we go. Do. Look at that sly face, jeez. I wish I had some more. Ah, well, here you go. You got plenty of it. I mean, I guess I'll just mention, like, you can see when we throw the ore, it actually heals. That's because when you throw jewels, that actually heals based on... You'll notice it healed slightly less there. Jewels heal based on how many you have. Right now, though, I would say using jewels as a healing item is not a good idea. Wow, thank you. Give some to Jabberwock, too, okay? So Jabberwock is not available right now. If you're curious. But, unlike the other ones, Friendly Nymph gives us an emerald. Which, if you didn't pick up that emerald in Clara with Freya way back when, that would have been our first emerald, actually, which is kind of funny. Anyways, we're gonna just slap all these, like, accessories off for now. I guess actually while we're here. Let's take the Egoist armlet off her too and give her the magic armlet, because that's great. And you can just have the survival vest. Because I'm probably gonna just like grab a party to run around with, because so that's all the friendly monsters that we can encounter like in the intended order for now. There actually is one that we can encounter out of order that's like way down the line, because for whatever reason there is one on the Lost Continent that we were at before on the near Estogaza that you can totally encounter right now if you want. There's actually, in fact, another one we can encounter on the Mist Continent that is intended, but it's like one of the last ones you're supposed to encounter because it's sort of in a scary area. You know, spoilers. For now, though, we're going to make a party of these 3 because since they're a little under-leveled, we're going to be running around hunting monsters for Quenya to eat. That'll be for next time, though, but for now at least, I'm not sure what I want to do right now. Well, let's get everyone equipped up. I don't want to do anything serious right now. Like, we're pretty much going to end things here. This is just like a little side thing. But, we'll get Quenya equipped, I guess. It's like learn stuff while we're eating, while we're here. Like, why not? Like, sure, why not? Learn some counter. They get clear-headed from the magic armlet anyways. Quenya's actually a bit behind, but like I said, Quenya doesn't have to learn abilities at all. So there's no reason to, like, stall on that. Like, you might as well just let them learn it whenever. I guess I'll give them the Magician Shoes, because that gives MP 10% and clear-headed. Quenya is notably, I think, has like the highest amount required to learn Auto Life. Yeah, that'll be good. We'll just give you the cross helm, I guess. You don't need high tide. And while we're hunting stuff, I guess I can just slap the diamond on you. Like, why not? Sure. Steiner's learning clear-headed from his gear. I guess we'll just give him the Demon's Mail for now. Gives him a ton of defense for this point in the game. And, I guess why not? We'll give him Chemist. I don't even know if anyone's learned Chemist yet. Then Zidane just gets the... Sure, why not? We'll give him the shoes. So let's look at our abilities while we're running around. Because we're going to be killing a lot of stuff, but we don't want to, like, kill them too hard. So it's probably a good idea to avoid slapping stuff on that'll make them, like, die real quick. So we'll put on, like, Mug. Mug is good for chip damage and just, like, basic stuff that, like, you know, prevents him from just, like, dying. Like, I guess Auto Haste, actually, is probably nice while we're here. So Zidane can quickly steal from stuff. And why not Accuracy Plus, I guess? We'll leave that off for now, actually. Add Status is nice for the, you know, the obvious. I guess, yeah, Quina does want High Tide because that'll make things, you know, easier if you can actually eat it. We'll keep, actually, I didn't even think about it. We should put level up on everyone if we can. Does Quina have level up? They have ability up, but not level up yet. Where does Quina get level up from? It would be from the fairy earrings, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll put that on them then. Because we will take, I guess, how much does level up require? Ugh. I guess add status comes off. Same with Loudmouth. Want them to get some experience to help catch up here. And other than that, I guess add status would be nice because we could freeze stuff. Steiner doesn't need cover right now. We'll put alert on so we don't get back attacked, I guess. And I guess confusion immunity just in case so he doesn't like get confused and smack something if he doesn't have to. Other than that, we'll just slap the basic stuff on. I guess Chemist. Oh, right, we want level up too, I forgot, so... There. We good. Alright, so we're gonna do... Oh, whoops. One last thing before we end things off for today is I'm gonna head over to the other gate that we haven't actually been to in a while. Because I forgot that we haven't actually seen it in a little bit, right? Actually, wait, that's not true, is it? It's this side, right? Have we been to this one? Well, you know, we'll just double check it. I'm not going to end it here. And we're going to go to the... I guess we're going to boat over to where we're going to start eating stuff. But, you know, just in case you haven't been here. Oh, yeah, we were here before. I forgot. I just wanted to double check. Like, yeah, just making sure. And, you know, here's your fun fact. That even though Marcus rescued Blank, if you come over to the Evil Forest right now, it's still closed down. You can't get inside. Where would we be first going to eat something? I'm trying to think. You can actually walk right over the forest here, which is kind of funny. I'm trying to think. You know, I guess for now, let's just go to the boat. Because there are a few places we can go to eat stuff right now. But actually, you know what? instead of that, let's go hang out to let's go walk over to Trino. This is actually a great time to just stop by Trino because there's gonna be stuff there. So might as well, right? This is a good spot to end things, because there's going to be stuff to do in Trino still, because we can go to the auction house finally. And I think there's something we can eat nearby here, so we'll do that. Anyways, that will be it for this part. If you're not into the friendly monster stuff, then, you know, just skip it. I don't give a damn. Yeah, other than that, that'll be it for this part. See you guys later.